Welcome back to You Can Handyman, where if I could do it, you definitely can. I thought we would talk about today road trips. Some of us love them, some of us hate them. I kind of enjoy them. I like doing them by myself. It kind of clears my mind, lets me think about things. But anyways, I was driving back and forth from either Colorado or Texas back to New York. And I did like 13 trips before I finally started wising up and thinking I need to find a way to just crash out in my truck for a few hours, maybe 3-4 hours, and I could get this done in 2 days instead of trying to find a hotel or paying for a hotel or pretend sleeping in a parking lot for a few hours, because I am one of those guys. I have to be flat. I have to be stretched out. I can't be leaned back and sleep. I can't be crunched up and sleeping. I just can't do it. I'm 6'4", and I just like my space. And I think there's a lot of you guys out there that agree. So I finally wised up, and I built something that was super simple to build. It's specifically for my truck, but I think, this gets you the idea. It's already built. I'm not going to go through how to build it. I'll show you what I did, because all pickup trucks are different, and it worked out amazing. I could crash out no problem in my truck with this little thing I put together that was very inexpensive. It took me a few hours to put together, and it worked out great. So let me show you the rig, tell you a little bit about that, and let me show you inside the truck, and then we'll get into what I built. So I have an 06 Chevy Silverado. It is a crew cab, nothing special, just an 06 Chevy Silverado. And here's the back seat, good old normal back seat, and the front seat. Now, I know what you guys are probably already saying. Why don't you just kick the back seat down and lay back there and crash? Yeah, let me show you. So, first of all, the front seat in these Silverados, and I don't know from what year to what year. Again, this is an 06. That's it. That is lean back. That's all you get. So, that is not happening. But what I did notice is how far forward this seat comes. They didn't really give you any stretch room, but however, look at this. This is nuts. Look at how far up the driver's seat goes. That is crazy. Barely leans back, but it sure does go forward. Now, here's the back seat. And the way the back seat in my truck works is you have to fold these up. So you get that up, and then you fold that down. And there you go. Why don't you just throw a blanket down and lay back there? That is not even with the other seat folded down. Let's go do it. For a guy 6 foot, even in the higher 5 foot, it's just not a lot of room. Just not sufficient for me. So I built something to make it much more comfortable. So as you can see, I did sleep in it like this once, but I just wasn't happy with it. It seems like a lot of room, but from there to here is probably only 5 feet. I can't really turn crooked. So what I did is I built the platform. I had to get around these. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to remove them. So I just built a platform that comes up above these, and will go all the way up to the seats. So let's go take a look at that. Okay guys, so here it is. This is what I have. And what I did is I hinged it. So this is the part that's going to hinge over the top of those seats, right? And then you pick it up, and these will be the legs. So essentially, it's going to sit in the back of the truck like that. Now look at that room. I could just about lay straight out kitty corner on this. And it is comfortable. I have an air mattress that I put on top of it. It gets me a little bit higher, but I'm not right against the ceiling of the truck. It doesn't feel like a coffin, and I'll put that all together for you guys so you can check it out. But man, this thing has been amazing for those long drives. Not only do I use it for the long drives, but overlanding. I'd like to go out into the woods, do some off-roading, find some public land, pull over, and camp for the night. Take my dog with me and enjoy a night out in nature. And it works great. I can show you on the truck. I can't really do a pop-up tent or any of those. Plus, they're not cheap. So not only does this work as my sleeper, it also gives me a ton of storage that I can put underneath it. So I'm gonna get this set up. I'll probably show you guys how easy it is to slide in the back of the truck at least. But then after that, I'm gonna get all of what I have sitting right here on the floor underneath that sleeper. So check this out. All of that fits underneath the sleeper. That's all of this stuff. That's all stuff that I would take with me overlanding to go camping for a weekend out of the truck, go do some off-roading and stuff. Clothes and there's a propane stove in there, a propane heater in there. There's, some medical kit, lights, axes, knives, all that stuff, chair, a raised fire pit, a big tripod light. All of that is going to fit underneath the little bed that I built, for lack of better terms. So I'm going to have you guys watch me slide it in. It's a little bit awkward, but as you will see, it doesn't take up a lot of room in the corner of your garage. Or shit, even a decent sized closet, you could probably stuff it in there. So let me fold it up, get it slid in there. So there it is. And look at how much room you have there. I also built these here. All these are for is to, let me try to do this one-handed. You put that there. But that's it. It's set up. So now you get up, get your few hours of sleep. I fold this up. That seat's not all the way back, or all the way forward, I should say. There we go. I fold this up. I have a bungee that I wrap through this eyelet right here to this handle. It holds it like that. I put my dog up here. She really likes it up here, actually. And then I hit the road, and that's it. So you have all that sleeping space. This is just a carpet, cheap carpet, $20, I think, Amazon. You have all this storage. So what I'm going to do next, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set everything up. I'm even going to show you my setup for camping. I'll get all of this put underneath there so you can see how it all fits underneath the sleeping areas. I'll blow up the air mattress, and I'll set up my tent and stuff off the back of the truck to give you guys some ideas for some overlanding if you're interested in that. But this is a great way to get some sleep on the road, a few hours of shut-eye, you know, this whole platform here cost me $40 maybe in lumber, you know, $20, $30 carpet. You don't even have to have an air mattress. I just, you know, I'm a baby. I like my comfort. I'm getting old. But all right, guys, I'll be right back and I'll have everything set up for you so you can see it, and that'll be about it. Hold on, guys. Hey guys, real quick before I get everything set up, I just wanted to show you what else I have in the truck. Other than that pile that was on the floor that's going to end up underneath the sleeper, this is what else I bring. And what I have here, I could be out in the woods for weeks. So I'll just show you like the truck's not like overloaded with stuff. After I get everything set up, you might think that, but it's really not. So let me just give you a quick look at what I have in the back of the truck. So obviously my cooler, a stool, a backpack, some tools. You always need tools. Back in that corner over there is like my stuff for winching and getting pulled out of mud and stuff like that. My pop-up tent, this bag is for my dog bowls, blankets, stuff like that. Some tarps in there and a small little bathroom type thing that I made if needed. But that's it. That's it. That in the pile that's over there on the floor is all I need to take with me, and I am good to go for days. So, okay, I just thought you'd be interested in seeing that, and I'll be right back with it all set up. All right, see you in a sec, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. I timed it. It took me about 25 minutes to set everything up. However, a lot of that was blowing up the mattress. It's got a bunch of different chambers. It's got 5 different chambers, which is really good. So if you end up with a different size platform than what I have, you don't have to inflate the whole thing. You inflate parts, which is really nice. Now, real quick, I want to show you why I don't have like a pop-up tent on the back of my truck. The reason is because I have 37-inch tires, and I also put a second fuel tank in the back of the truck. So I had to move my spare tire somewhere because I had no room left in the bed of the truck. It was useless having a pickup at that point. So let me just show you why I went with this system. That's why. So I put my spare tire. I figured I might as well put a toolbox up there, to store more stuff up there if I'm going to do it. So that's why I don't have any kind of like pop-up tent on the back of my truck. So here we are. There it is, all filled up and ready to go. Like I said, 20-25 minutes setup. Again, that's because of the air mattress. Now, if you don't have a dog like I do that you bring on your trips, because, what dog doesn't love to get out in the wilderness and go off-roading, you could actually keep the mattress filled, because the way I have this set up is you could just fold this up. You could get this all ready before you even leave the house, and then this part folds up. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. I'll get that all put up at the end of the video. So there it goes. That is a lot of room between there. I wish I knew where my tape measure was. Is it in the front of the truck there? Just saw it somewhere so we could see. But I could sleep on an angle and almost be stretched out. Well, I sleep on this angle, and then my dog just sleeps there or over there in the corner. It works out great. I'll try to leave you links on the air mattress. This air mattress has been great. Like I said, you don't have to fill up this little outside piece here. You can fill up just one of these, which is nice depending on your size. Now this comes with the whole setup for a SUV to put a bed in the back seat of your SUV or vehicle. I never filled up the other pieces that come with it to try to stabilize. I don't know how well it would work with that. There are 2 more chambers that this has that I didn't fill. It will fit. They just kind of bend up a little bit, but there's like 2 pillow chambers at the end here that I don't utilize. Like I said, they will fit. They just kind of sit like that. Okay, for the rest, what I do is I just pop up this 10 by 10 tent, And then I bought these sides for it, which gives me 3 sides. So this gives me privacy when I need it. You know, if you're out, need to change, get cleaned up, you know, you have your privacy. And then I have this bench. Usually I'll have my grill or my little stovetop burner on there that I could slide outside the tent to do some cooking. You know, my chair, and then I just slide my cooler out a little bit on my tailgate, and you know, the rest of the stuff is back there. And all that stuff that was in a pile, don't forget, is underneath there. And I still have more room. I know the chair's set up, the light that's back there was back here, and I could put that backpack right there under there also. So it's amazing how much room that gives you underneath. But that's about it, guys. So whether you're doing some overlanding and camping, or if you're just need somewhere to crash for a few hours, this is the setup that I go with, and it's worked out really, really well for me. You know, I'm new at the videos. I'm new at doing this. If you would like me to spend a little bit more time on the build, let me know. As a matter of fact, let me get everything broken down. I try to keep the video short, you know, so I don't bore you guys. But, you know, I think maybe I need to show you a little bit more on the build. Let me get everything broken back down and put away, and I'll show you like where I put the hinges and stuff like that. Really simple. You need literally a screw gun, a circular saw, or even a jigsaw is fine. Handsaw, I mean, and a piece of plywood, 1/2 inch, and you know, some 2x2s. Nothing to it. I'm telling you, you got less than $100 worth of material there, and it's a really comfortable spot to sleep. All right, guys, I'll be back one more time. I have everything broken down. I'll show you a little bit more on how I built this so you can wrap your head around it, and then I'll let you guys go. Okay, I'm back, and I have everything broken down. And I'm glad I did come back because there's something else I want to show you. But first, let's just take one more look at the bed for the back of the truck and how I built it. Very simple. Okay, so it's hinged. 3 hinges right here coming across. There's one there, there, and there. Okay, that just sits right down on my center console when it folds down, right? Then I have the legs. These are the ones that are removable. That just holds them from folding in on you. These legs go all the way across, one solid piece, and there's either 2 or 3 hinges on this, and it folds up. And then the same with the back. So to take it out, I just take these bungees off, fold this all the way down, obviously get everything out from underneath it. Take these out, fold this leg in, fold that leg in, tilt it up, and slide it out. And that's it. That's it. Very simple. You need a sheet of plywood, you need some 2x2s, and some screws. Less than $100, no doubt about it. I think $100 with the carpet that I stapled to it. It's kind of a pain in the ass to vacuum, but whatever. Also, I wanted to show you, because when you're on a road trip, you might end up wanting to take a nap during the day. This is 1/2 inch insulation board with some insulation tape that you'll get at any Lowe's, Home Depot. You're going to want to go into the HVAC section. You buy 1 sheet, will do your whole truck. You cut it down into smaller sections, hold it up against it, trace it out with a pencil, use a very sharp razor blade, cut it out, and then tape your seams. So I did one for the front windows, the back windows, this back window, and then up front I just use a sunshade. Now, don't cheap out on the sunshade. Get the big truck one. I like it dark when I'm sleeping. No kidding, the last time I used this coming back from New York, I pulled over in a rest stop. It was during the day, set everything up. I was supposed to take a 3-hour nap. I slept for 6 hours, and I slept well. The insulation pieces, I just keep up against the front there. And that's it. Also, guys, I want to show you, I did put a secondary tank in the truck. I had mentioned that earlier. It's right there. It's a 20-gallon tank. I can fill my other tank on the fly. If you're interested in knowing how I did that, let me know. This truck comes from the factory with like a 26-gallon fuel tank, a diesel 2500 with a 26-gallon fuel tank. Yes, you heard that correctly. What the hell were they thinking? And those big tanks, that aftermarket ones, they're ridiculous. The price is ridiculous on them. Also, what I did for the tonneau cover, because of the weight, obviously I'm not going to be opening and closing this. I put these electric jacks on there to a remote. It is not a speed demon coming up and down, but they have the capacity to lift all that weight. There is quite a bit of weight up there, and they work great. I could stop them at any point to match that pop-up tent. You know, I just had it wide open. When I had it to the pop-up tent, I had it right about here, and I could stop it. If you're interested in knowing how I did that also, let me know. All right, guys and gals, thank you for watching. Again, I'm new at this. I'm trying to keep, I go through it fast because I'm trying to keep the videos not too long for you. If you'd like me to spend more time on certain things, let me know, and I'll try to do better. Yeah. Okay, I'll have another video coming up. I'm going to probably do that golf cart video that I talked about with all the blinkers and stuff like that. Hopefully that interests you. You can check that out. But thanks again, guys. If I can do it, you definitely can. Thanks. Bye.